What time are we on? It's only 7 minutes past 11, so I wasn't too late today. So, hi, how are we all? How are we? Are we all doing good? The sun is shining. Can you all hear me okay? Can you hear me? Because I'm just waiting for it to load. There's a little bit of a delay on my laptop here. Belvedere is here. Brilliant. You're here. You're here. Can you hear me okay? Give me a yes in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Just waiting for you to comment because, like I say, there's a little bit of a delay going on here. Ah, yeah, you can hear me all right. Good morning. Good morning, Craig. Good morning, Mel, Belvedere, and Pauline Grigg, John, Wendy Kemp, the Foxy Bee, Michael Bethwaite, Debbie, Carly, Lucy Lou, Rebecca J, Ebony Knights, Harry Boo. Hi, Gabby. Hi to you. Louise Horan is here. Jacko, Jules B, Jay Rayfield, Andy Mullaney, Karen Allen, Peter Anderson, Caitlin Nichols, Tyler is here. Tyler says, hey, Gabby. Hi back, or hey back. Kay Forrester, hi, Lee, and Kate, I said Caitlin, Tanya is here, Andy Bent is here, Andy says, all right. Leslie Matthews, yes, can hear okay. Wendy Copcart is here, Trevor Penny, Nicole Yoli, Dan Hayward, hi to you too. Isabel Mays, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Belvedere, for the great big plug. Sophie Robinson, Susie Clark, Debbie O'Connor, Paul Scarf, Izzy, CJ and Gigi in the house. Morning, Gabby. Good morning to you. I need to open this window. It's so hot today. I'm not in the living room, Craig. No, I'm not, and there's a reason for that. Hi to Coral. Hi to Gary Jones. Hi to Larry H. I think it's Larry H. Yeah. I don't know if that's a capital I or a little L. I'm not sure. But hi. And Mum is in the house. Hi, Mum. We all watched you do your little... going into somebody else's car, yes. Carol P, Pixie Petal as well, is here. So good morning to you all, and thank you so much for joining on this Monday morning. It's a fantastic way to start the week because we put the world to rights and we make the world a better place. I think. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it would lift morale. So anyway, I'm just waiting for the husband to come and bring me a cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm being waited on.
Made it frothy as well for you.
Watch Smidge. Oh, look at that. I've got a frothy coffee. Why is it frothy?
Because I shook up the milk and just added a little bit of froth on the top. Sorry.
So basically, he shook the milk. Thank you, darling. That's very, very kind. A do-it-yourself cappuccino. Love it. So, yeah, I've got my coffee mug. I'm raring to go. Who else has got a coffee mug? Who has got a morning coffee mug? I'm intrigued. And by the way, I must apologise for the state of my nails at the moment. So they do need redoing. I always paint my own nails at the moment because there's no point in investing in going to like a nail bar. Are you coming on camera, Tim?
No.
What? Oh, you're just altering it. Sorry. Well done. See, that's why it's good to have a professional cameraman in the house. Yeah, so I used to go to a nail bar and get like some gel nails put on, but I used to pay quite a lot of money, and then I drew the line at doing it because I had them done. I did a gig in the evening, and no word of a lie, by the end of the gig, the nail varnish had peeled off, and that's not really meant to happen with gel. So I thought, do you know what, I'm sacking this off for now because I'm wasting money for no reason. So I'll do my own, and to be fair, I do a good job, but the only problem is give it a week and they start to chip, and I'm at that point where they need redoing. So I'm going to do it this evening. So I've got to apologise. They're chipped, they're manky, and I'm just so sorry. So if you see my manky hands, forgive me please. Just quickly as well, Barry Kopic is in the chat. Hi, Barry. And Barry has gifted a membership. So thank you very much for that. And who has grabbed it? Who has managed to get it? And the lucky person is Carly Thomas. So congratulations to you. Thank you for doing that, Barry. And Barry, thank you so much for the battery, what you sent me in an email. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. So I can go and sort my power bank out. It was good advice. Thank you. And also to Craig Cargill, thank you, who's also gifted a membership. And Pauline Grigg has managed to get that. So congratulations to you, Pauline. Hope you like your membership. I will actually touch upon memberships in a minute, actually, and explain what I mean by them. Craig, did you have a nice evening last night? Because, Craig, it was your partner's birthday, wasn't it, Ben? And so happy birthday to Ben. Big happy birthday to you. If we've got any more birthdays in the chat, let me know and I'll give you a shout out and say happy birthday. Can I close the curtain? It's too bright. Really? Is it really too bright? Can you not see me then? Let me just, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just turn this slightly, alter it. There you go. There you go. Is that a little bit better for you? Then it's not too bright. Because I'm looking at what you guys can see and I can see me fine. So maybe it's, you know, just the fact it's bright there. But I also do have the selfie light on as well. Nikki says, see you fine. Lee Dave says, it's okay. All right, lovely. Because the thing is, if I've got to close my curtains, I've got to readjust them again and that. And I can't be dealing with that. That's going to drive me nuts. I've got enough to do today. I've got to go to Clacton. Yes, I am the roadie. I'm the roadie for Tim. So, I'll tell you what I will do. I might turn my selfie light off. Is that better for you? The sun is just really bright. The sun is bright, yeah. I can only apologise about the sun. Use it as a highlight to put on that side. Thank you. How about if I turn slightly? Anyway, we could be here all day talking about how I look. Obviously, just try not to sort of look to that side, if, you know. It is a sunny day. I am sat by the window because it's the most comfortable place in the house. That's why. It's either that or sit with Thumps. So, you know, this is the way it is, unfortunately. You know, can't change the sun. You want the light on, Jill? How's that? Is that better? Oh, my goodness. What about if I change the light to this? Is that better? I could change it to this one. Maybe that's a bit better. Maybe I'll change it to that one. Okay, right. So anyway, I've got a few settings on my little light. It's very posh, this is. I've totally forgot where we are. Yeah, happy birthday to you, Ben. I do hope you had a lovely, lovely birthday. Where am I travelling to today? Well, I don't think it's a secret because I'm really hot. I've got to open the window. I don't think it's a secret because it was announced on Tim's Live last night. And thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. That we're going to... Did we say where? Did we say? I don't know. I might let the cat out of the bag. I don't know if it's a secret. You'll find out. Just hang in there. I'll keep you in suspense because I don't know if Tim said what the video was going to be or where we were going. I can't remember because I was trying to multitask yesterday and I am a terrible multitasker, as we know. Hence why you tune in to watch me, because you love to watch me fail at multitasking, I'm sure. Oh, Sophie says he didn't tell us where, Gabs. Okay, so I won't tell you where, but we've got to try. I have let it out the bag. He just said you were going to Clacton. Don't tell Tim. He's editing downstairs. He has got this on, but maybe he's not listening. Gabby, we can see you fine. Don't worry. Thank you, Mother. Thank you very, very much. Right, so anyway, a great big shout out to the mods. I just want to say thank you so much for getting involved and giving up your time and, you know, taking care of the chat, because everyone in the chat is absolutely lovely, because you might just get that one person who can be a bit of a sourpuss. That's the way I'm going to put it without swearing. And yeah, the mods obviously really help with things like that. So thank you so much for giving up your time. I really do appreciate it. Gabby, did you get my Gabby's Doll's House Live link on your Instagram DM? No. Do you know what? I am absolutely terrible with Instagram messages. I forget they're there because I don't get Instagram notifications. So all of a sudden, I might have some time and then I'll get notifications, but I forget to look in the top corner for messages. And then I look at them and loads of people have like responded or put a like to some of the stories. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't even know all these were here. And then I have to like work my way through them. And I think I must be like back in January going through some of the messages. So it's terrible. It's the worst way to contact me on Instagram Messenger. But I will check it out. I will have a little look. I'll go out my way and check. But yeah, big thank you to the mods. I also want to shout out, and I just think this is really important. Sometimes I get obviously comments on some of the videos. It's 100% better than when you were upside down the other week. Absolutely, it could be worse, it could be flickering, or it could be upside down, but today we've got a bit of sunshine, and let's not complain because we need it. I need it. Do you know what it's been like on the East Coast? Dull, drizzly, rainy, not good. So I'm embracing this. And do you know what? I was going to do this outside today because Tim has built like a nice new outside, it's like a bench, but it's cushiony, like a cushiony bench, and I was going to sit on that and do it. And then I thought, the problem I've got is I might get a lot of people walking past and you might hear a lot of people chatting, and that'll be even more disturbing. So I thought, well, better just do it in the window like I usually do, because this is the only place in the house where I can get some privacy, because Thumps has taken over downstairs. He's got building bricks absolutely everywhere. It's chaos down there in the lounge, and Tim is editing in the kitchen. The house is just taken over. So where am I going to do a live? In the bedroom, in the corner, and even still, I'm not alone. I've got the cat with me. Smidge is here. Smidge is chilling out on the bed, loving life. So yeah, I'm not alone. I still can't get alone, but hey ho. And I'm with you guys, 172 people. Oh my God, hit the likes. Can I just say as well, thank you so much for the people that tuned into the wine evening last week. I really loved it. It was amazing. It was a really, really nice turnout. And it was to make up for the fact that the coffee morning went a little bit pear-shaped. So thank you for tuning in for that. But yeah, sometimes I get some messages on the vlogs. And I do, sometimes if you think that I haven't responded, it's just because I'm working my way through them. Because, you know, you do get a lot of messages. And I only sit down like twice a day if I'm lucky. And that's only for 2 minutes. So anyway, I try and work my way through them. And some of the comments really do deserve like a bit of a shout out, you know. And I think, you know, the coffee morning is the time to do it. So here's one. I really wanted to shout out Lisa Stambridge. Lisa, are you here this morning? Let me know in the chat. Give me a hi if you're here, because you usually do tune in. Gabby, do you and Tim and Thumps get to chill and have a picnic in places you visit, especially beaches? No, we don't. I want a picnic so badly, but Tim's either never here or we're YouTubing. Like, a lot of hard work goes into the YouTube stuff, you know, so it's very rare that we get to do things like that. But we are hopefully booking a holiday, which we haven't booked yet, but I scheduled time off, right, from my gigs to have a holiday, but we haven't booked it yet. So it's literally a case of last night I was going on the holiday sites thinking, well, what's suitable to book? Prices have gone up significantly, and I'm a bit like, so I don't know what we're going to book, but we're going to book something and we're going to go. Anyway, I don't know if Lisa's here. Lisa hasn't commented in the chat yet, but anyway, she may watch this back. But this girl deserves a shout out because she told me that on the 14th of May, she did the Race for Life at the Norfolk Showground, and she managed to raise £240. So that is amazing. People giving up their time, and let's face it, running is hard work. I think it is. I don't particularly like running. So to run and raise £240 is a massive achievement, and I think Lisa deserves a round of applause. So let's give her a round of applause. I do think in the chat there's an emoji that's got hands clapping, I think. So yeah, if you could give Lisa a round of applause, that would be amazing, because you deserve that, girl. You've worked really, really hard at that. So well done to Lisa. So yeah, I do like to, if anything deserves a shout out. Also, Ryan has commented as well. I remember this off the top of my head. Ryan has said that he has done his 3rd shift at work as a waiter. And so obviously it's like a new job. And he absolutely loved it, and he's also going into hospital to get his eye operated on. So not only has he started his new job and been working really hard, but he's now getting his eye operated on, which all operations are a little bit, you know, scary, aren't they, at times, but they're a good job done, aren't they, mum? So best of luck to you, Ryan. You definitely deserve it, and well done on your 3rd shift at work. It's great to see people working hard. You've got to work hard, you've got to earn the money, you've got to bring the cash in. Gabby, watching you while having my 8-hour chemotherapy treatment. Oh, bless you. Well, sending you so much love and thinking of you too. You know, you do deserve a shout out for that, because that can't be easy at all. So sending you all the love in the world for that. Best of luck. So he says, very kind of you, Gabby, to give extra people recognition. I think it's needed, and I think that's what I've been missing from the coffee mornings. You know, like, you guys are so important, and I'm reading them and I'm knowing what you guys have been up to, but you guys don't know what other people have been up to. And I think it's important, because these are great things. We hear all the time about people doing horror stories on the news and stuff like that, but we don't always hear about the great stuff. So I think, yeah, when someone does something good, it definitely deserves a shout out. So yeah, big up to that as well. Brilliant stuff. And actually, I do have some tips of the week as well. Tyler says, I start my barista training tomorrow, Gabby. Oh my God, Tyler, I've done it. I've been there. I've bought the t-shirt. I know how you're feeling right now. Wow. Being a barista is it's hard training, because to get it right, making coffee, right, I'm not going to go on a massive coffee tangent here. Speaking of coffee, I'm going to have a sip. Making coffee is an art, and I'm not joking. And I think, it takes practice, and when you've got it, you've got it. And if you think you can't do it and you're not putting the effort in, forget it. But the problem is, baristas, I believe, are on minimum wage. And I don't think people realise how hard it is actually to work in a coffee shop. That's hard graft. Like, when I worked at Costa, people said to me, not only did I have to do my training on all the different drinks, and believe me, they keep bringing out new ones, and it's really hard, but in between the hours, right, so you've got all these different rush hours. So you've got the morning rush, so people come in before work and they want their coffees and their toasties, and the toasties take time. You've got to put them in the heater, but you put them in the heater while you're doing the coffee cups, and there's only X amount of staff they can pay to be on, so that's a nightmare too. And you got that rush, and then you've got your lunchtime rush, which is about 3 hours long, and the queue just takes forever. And then you've got your afternoon, your tea timey kind of rush when people come home from work, and that's a nightmare too. But what people don't realise when you're a barista at Costa, I think it's the same for Starbucks and probably Caffè Nero, you have to do all the cleaning yourself as well, like all of it. And that is the hardest bit, not just making the coffee, but you have to clean, and you have to clean the toilets as well. So not only are you cleaning toilets in one breath, but then you then go and make someone's coffee. Obviously, you wash your hands in between. But I did not like that bit. That I take my hat off to anyone that goes and cleans loos that are used in the public, because the general public do not have any respect for the next person that's going in there to use it. The amount of times I walk into a cubicle and walk out, and then check the next one and walk out, because I think, no, I'm not entertaining it. Just quickly, I've got to do the shout. Hey, Gabby, can you say hi to my partner, Charlie? Who's really sick at the moment. Got a bug? Did she say? Hang on. She has a really bad sickness bug at the moment, and it will cheer her up, hopefully. Oh, big shout out to you, Charlie. Get well soon. Thinking of you too. We're all thinking of you, Charlie. Yeah, so working in a coffee shop, you probably don't want to hear about toilets then right now, do you, Charlie? It's hard work, and cleaning up someone's filthy toilet, oh my God, like, I take my hat off to anybody that does that. It's hard, and it's not nice. It's horrible. So anyone that is training to be a barista, well done to you. I don't really think if you're going to clean someone's toilets up, I think you deserve a pay rise, personally. I've got respect for bin men keeping our streets clean and safe. Yeah, I know, like, bin men, they have to be really strong, bin men as well, because, like, obviously they're wheeling these bins. Some of them are really heavy. Ours is ultra heavy, and they wheel it round, and yeah. Do you think you've got to be strong? Well, anyway, the other day I had an extra bag of rubbish, because we go through quite a lot. So Tim was away, and the bin men came, and I said, can I ask a favour? Would you be able to take this extra bag? And I was really, really nice about it. And they did. So big up to the bin men that came to my area, because they did me that extra favour. That saved me a trip to the tip. Can someone please tell me why they call Casper Thumps? Yeah, the reason we call Casper Thumps is because obviously he's an IVF baby. And when I found out I was pregnant, they said to me not to get too excited because, you know, it's early days. You know, I could lose it, which you can in any pregnancy, I suppose. But that was a bit gutting. So, like, we were a bit like, oh, God. So we were anticipating for such a long time. Anyway, we went to the first scan, which was at 7 weeks. And they said, if you see a heartbeat, then, you know, that's a clarified pregnancy once you see that heartbeat, basically, not the positive test on the stick. That's what they said. So when we had the scan and we saw the heartbeat flickering, we said, we've got a thumper. And then that was it. And then, like, all the way through the pregnancy, we called the bump Thumps and Thumper. And it made sense because then obviously the bump was kicking, so it was thumping away, you know, and he's just been Thumps ever since. And it's gone from, like, Thumper to Thumps to Thumpy to Mr. Thumpies at the moment. So he's Mr. Thumpies. Oh, Freya, thank you. Freya has just become a louder. So thank you, Freya. Oh, super louder. Wow. So super louder is quite cool because you get some behind the scenes footage. Actually, I've got to upload something today. Craig, we went to dinner for Ben's birthday. I had a drink. We raised a glass to you and Tim. Oh, thank you, Craig. And thank you so much for your super chat. I'm going to raise my cup to you guys and to everybody else who's got a birthday coming up in the chat. So we've got 180 people watching. Wow, lush. That is really cool. Brilliant. So hit the thumbs up if you haven't done so already. That would be really, really great if you could do that for me. Any Americans in the house? Yeah, well, why don't we just seek the opportunity now to find out where you're all from. So pop in the comments where you're from. It'd be great to know where you're watching from. I know, like, where some of you are from, I do know. But some of you, obviously, are quite new to the channel and I'm not really sure, and I do like to try and get to know as many of you as I can, and I'm slowly over time getting quite familiar. Like, I'm really familiar with Sophie, Ebony, Craig, James, obviously the mods. I'm really familiar with Barry, Rebecca J. I'm getting more familiar with you now. Again, Lisa Stambridge. So yeah, it's weird. It's like the more comments I see from people, not so much maybe in this chat because it moves quick, but especially like on the vlogs, when I go through them, I get more and more familiar. Obviously, Melissa and Hazel and Ali McNally. Well, Ali's just a friend anyway, so that's why I know you. Fiona in the chat as well. So we've got Stansted, London, California. Wow. Runham, Great Yarmouth. Oh yeah, Nikki, you're a local, aren't you? Or a local for me. Mallorca, Stevenage, Solihull, Oklahoma, Bolton, Cheshire. Oh my goodness. West Virginia, Liverpool, Derby. Oh God, I can't keep up. Barnsley. I should be looking up here. North Wales, Brentwood, Essex. Espoo, Finland. Wow. Kings Lynn. I sing in Kings Lynn. Melbourne, Herts. Norwich, Chester, Bloxwich. Did I pronounce that right? Bloxwich. Where's Bloxwich? East Sussex. Well, yeah, that narrows it down a bit. Scunthorpe, Ipswich. Wow, guys. You're all from all over the place. Cumbria, Manchester, Holbeach, Lincolnshire. It's one of the good things about YouTube. Hampton. Smethwick. I've never heard of Smethwick, Pauline. Where is it? See, I'm getting educated here. Suffolk, Standard, Manningtree, Essex, Glastonbury. Ooh, that's where they have the big festival. Swansea. Nathan says my dad is driving me mad today. You should be with my dad. My dad is my roadie, and he gave me a full running commentary of my driving all the way to where was our gig? Saxmundham. Yeah, Saxmundham on Saturday, and that was from where I live. I would say a good hour and a bit's drive. I've got watch that roundabout, indicate here, you need to do this, you need to do that. I was like, ugh. But I love my dad's bits and I wouldn't be without him. But yeah, he always knows best, don't you, Dad? If you're watching. Gabby, how long was you trying to get pregnant before you decided to go for IVF? I'm going to be starting the process soon. Well, Michelle, best of luck with that. I really do mean that, because IVF is no picnic. It's hard work. It's emotionally draining. It takes a lot of toll on your body. It's yeah, it's really hard work. I take my hat off again to anybody going for IVF, and I did go for a few I feel sorry for me moments throughout my IVF. But anyway, I was actually trying for Thumps for, by the time he was born, by the day, because he was born on the 9th of January, and me and Tim, obviously 8 years prior to that, decided on the New Year's Day that we were going to try for our baby. So by the time he was born, it was all in all 8 years. So it was quite a long journey. And do you know what the most frustrating thing was about the whole IVF procedure? Of all the like tests we had and everything, the answer was, there's nothing wrong with you. There was nothing wrong with my body. Nothing. There was nothing wrong with Tim. We went through all these tests with the NHS, and then we had to pay for them again with Bourne Hall, which are not cheap. Especially if you're unfortunate enough to not get around on the NHS. But even if you are fortunate enough to get around on the NHS, then I believe you are on a waiting list and you get pushed back every time someone wants to pay comes through. So it's a hard game. Yeah, it's not great. But, you know, we were fortunate enough to pull the money together to go for 2 rounds. The first round failed, and so we'd got 1 go left. And to me, it was like, if this doesn't work, that's it. We need to accept fate and say, it ain't going to happen for us, and we need to move on and stop dwelling over this and making a great big deal over it. And it worked. But I did pull out like all the stops. I really like got my mind in gear. I can't explain how I was thinking, to be honest with you, but I was in a completely different mindset. Whereas I think before I was quite, oh, this is going to work. I'm going to go for this IVF and it's going to work. But then this time round, I was almost like, it doesn't work. You have to move on, get your life sorted. Think, you know, you've got to think of all these different angles and stuff. And, but I did everything I could. I kept fit. I kept relaxed. Like, I didn't get into any stressful situations. I booked time off work. My work were amazingly understanding. Like, I take my hat off to Richardson's because they really supported me. Yeah, my boss at the time was really good. And my boss above that boss was really good. Yeah, they were well supportive. They let me have time off. And I took, I think it was like a week prior to the operations happening, and then they let me have, I think it was 2 weeks off after, to let the embryo embed and for me to relax. And it weren't even like I was in a situation where I've got to stay in the house, like, and pretend I'm sick or something like that. They knew the score. So me and Tim did go out and we did do like relaxing vlogs, and we'd go on like, we went on a pedal boat and things like that. So, but we were just doing things that just weren't mentally challenging us. Do you know what I mean? We just did what we wanted to do and were just chilled about it, kind of thing. We were like, yeah, should we go and do this vlog today? Yeah, why not? We'll do a vlog. So we weren't putting ourselves in any kind of stressful situations. But the problem is, when you're at work, you are in stressful situations when you work for a company. And don't get me wrong, it comes with the territory and I'm all geared up for that. But when you're going through a procedure like that, you need to block it out in a way, because, you know, you're dealing with customers and you're problem solving all the time at work. So every situation is stressful to a degree. So I needed to come away from that, and work were amazing. Big thank you to Richardson's for that. They're a really good company to work for. And I really enjoyed working for them, actually. It just so happens that, you know, I can't work there anymore because I've just moved on, you know, and that's just the way it goes. But they've been an amazing company. Lou, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Really appreciate it. Who got it? Eating Healthy got it. So I'm familiar with Eating Healthy. So yeah, well, not literally Eating Healthy, but I'm familiar with you in the chat, Eating Healthy. So congratulations to you for getting that. Tyler says a miracle baby. Oh my God, he was. And do you know what? If you want to watch like my IVF journey, I have got like a series on it in the YouTube vlogs. Like, I've got the bit where me and Tim talk about the planning and everything of the IVF, and then I've got like different segments of like my pregnancy in there and the final result and stuff like that. So it's all there. So if you want to, you know, look back and check out, you know, the journey that we went on, you can go and watch it, really, because I did document it, but I didn't document it before I got pregnant. And the reason being is I just thought this could go nowhere. You know, I could document this, but I don't want to put that pressure on the situation because I'm not pregnant yet. And, or even if it is likely to happen. But once I was, you know, sure that we were well on our way, I felt like I could embrace it and shout it from the rooftops a little bit more, without feeling like I'm going to, I don't know, tempt fate in a certain way or whatever. Yeah, I didn't want to take people on a journey that wasn't going to happen, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, and he's Miracle Baby. And all the way through my pregnancy, I'm not joking, like, because I wanted to be pregnant with Tim's baby for such a long time, pregnant, like, every single day. It really, like, upsets me to know that people get pregnant and they don't want their baby, or they're not interested, or it was an accident and oh god, how can this happen, it's a disaster. I think that's such a sad situation because Thumps was wanted so badly. I will always let him know how badly he was wanted, but every day from that pregnancy I woke up with the biggest grin on my face. And when people say I was glowing, I really was glowing. I was like so happy, I still am. And even now I look at him and I'm just like, wow, you're incredible. Like, every day he makes me laugh, he makes Tim laugh, and he brings so much joy to our lives. He's everything we wanted for such a long time. So yeah, we're really fortunate. We're really lucky. We're lucky in love, we are. And it's, my mum always says, you're watching this, aren't you, Mum? It's better to be born lucky than rich. I'm not lucky in some things, but I was lucky in love, really. So there you go. Coffee's going cold. And anyway, I'm going down a bit of a love story route now, and that's going to be driving everyone mad. Well, of course, Craig. Yeah. Do you know the adventures? Yeah, when I say I'm lucky in love, I mean with both my children, but we were just referring to the IVF. Yeah, Holly does. You know, Holly is an amazing girl. She's working on her vlog. She just wanted to get these assessments out of the way so she could actually work on it. But yeah, she's got a YouTube channel. And when she finishes her media and makeup course, I said to you, like, what do you want to do? And she's like, I want to do my YouTube. So she's very serious about it, but she just wants to make sure she gets college out the way, because she's got to focus on that, and then she can start focusing on vlogs. But she's coming up with ideas, and she's gonna, I think she's gonna excel. That's the word I'm gonna use. That's a very posh word, but I think she will excel. I have a lot of faith in her, and she's learning to drive at the moment, and she's quite stressful. But yesterday she was buzzing. She goes through funny moods. One minute she'll be like, nothing's working out for me, and then the next day it'll be like, I'm buzzing. So I think that's teenagers for you. But we've been on loads of adventures with Holly. Tim always said, I really hope that we can give Thumps the adventures that we gave Holly, because Holly has been to so many different places. Like, we never really were ones for going out. We'd always invest our money in our family time together on holidays and stuff because of work and things like that. Diane says he's such a beautiful baby. So happy for you both. And I do feel for people who can't have children or lose babies. And Holly's a beautiful daughter. Oh my God, me too. Do you know, when my first round of IVF failed, you can ask Tim. Well, you'll see it if you watch the vlogs back for the IVF one. I was absolutely devastated. It was like someone punched me hard in the stomach and I couldn't do anything about it. Oh, it was just horrible. The thing is though, like, these things are nature as well, aren't they? And you can't control nature, you know, and that's the problem. There are certain things you can control with money, and there's certain things you can control your own way if you want to, or the best you can. But there are other things that are just potluck or fortunate and things like that, and some people are more fortunate than others and stuff like that. But obviously I've been on both sides of the fence. I've had miscarriages in the past. I've had like failed IVF pregnancy, and I've had 2 pregnancies now, and I've got 2 beautiful children, but one I didn't think I was gonna get. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much for your super chat or super sticker. How's it going? Why don't you watch and then you'll know? So yeah, I do know how fortunate I am, and so does Tim. Craig says that his sister is going to have a baby at 50. But you know what? I think it's more common than you think now. People that are reaching... Cameron Diaz had one at 50. People are having them throughout their 40s now, and the reason being for that is I think it's money personally, and career, because I think if you want to raise a family, you want to have that stability behind you. Well, most of us do, I suppose, but you want to be able to offer the child a home, like loving parents, and you need to be in a situation where you can, you know, raise them really. And I think that some people are having their careers and they're building their nest egg, and I think if you've not had a chance to go out and earn some funds, it makes life really, really hard, doesn't it? Hello Gabby, how are you and Tim and baby Casper? It's my birthday yesterday, so big happy birthday to you, Lynn. Another birthday, look at that. So yeah, I think people are having babies in their 40s now. I think it's more common, and I can understand it, and I'll be funny, but like when I was born and my mum and dad bought their house, they were what, late 20s, something like that. So obviously they settled down that little bit younger, but some people in their 20s can't buy a house. Not in this day and age. House prices are extortionate. I mean, we're looking to upgrade ours to an extra bedroom, and we're still in a situation where we're like, don't know if we can do it, you know, can we manage it, not sure, you know. So it's really, really hard to make that move. And then you've got all your little extras when you're moving house. You've got your solicitor fees, and then you've got your stamp duties, and then like, yeah, no, it's hard work. So I get it why people are having their careers, building their nest eggs, and then having babies in their 40s. I get it. Just quickly as well, oh, Connie, I'm so lucky. I've been with my husband 20 years now, and we have 5 beautiful babies. Oh, Connie, yeah. Do you know, it's lovely that you recognise how fortunate you are as well, because some people, well, when I had Holly, I was trying for 3 months and got pregnant with her, and you know, it came quite easy. And I think I always assumed that when me and Tim got married, it would be easy. And then about a year, I would say, me and Tim got married. We were like, let's have a year of being married and just embrace being married, and then we'll try for a baby. And then we did that year of being married and tried, and it was like nothing. And it was like, that's really weird, because like with Holly it was easy, but it's just pot luck, you know. I suppose my body was a bit younger then, but like say tests happened, nothing wrong with us, didn't understand it, and it's just the way the cookie crumbles. So when people get pregnant quite easily, it's a gift. It's really fortunate, and you don't realise it till you've been on both sides of the fence. It's amazing. So anyway, going back to the vlogs, the most recent vlog that you saw was me and Holly. She took me to college for the day because she needed a model. She needed a model to practice the hair and makeup on, because she's on a media hair and makeup course, and she's like, you know, I've got just a few weeks left. I've got to get through these assessments. I need a model. I don't have one. You're the person for the job. And I was like, oh, thanks. I feel really special about that. So anyway, I went along and she took me in there and done my hair and makeup. Well, actually, I think personally the teacher did the majority of the makeup, but hey ho. And the makeup bit, I know that when I was watching it back, I was like, I think people might be getting bored of this makeup bit. And I was thinking, I hope people don't realise that there's actually more to this vlog than just the makeup bit, because I didn't realise how much it dragged. But yeah, okay, so that was a bit dragged out, that was, so I do apologise about that, but there was more to the vlog. And as you all noticed, not only did Holly do an amazing job on my hair and makeup, but my mum got in the wrong car. Right, so that was the biggest highlight of the vlog, the biggest. Mum, you crack me up every single day. There's not one thing she does that doesn't make me laugh, and she's always got a silly story to tell. Gabby, you remind me of the Gilmore Girls. I've never seen the Gilmore Girls. I've actually seen the set that it was filmed on, but I've not actually watched the Gilmore Girls. Puppy, say hi to Milo. Oh, the puppy says hi, but can't type with paws. Oh, bless. Well, hello to the puppy. Thank you to the puppy for watching. Yeah, so, yeah, Mum, basically, just long story short, if you watched it, you know. If you didn't watch it, I'll just give you a commentary on it. So, Holly said she wants to get her prom dress dry cleaned because she's looking to sell it on her vintage page. Actually...
Somebody wants to say hello.
Oh, hello, Bumpies! Bumpies is here. Is he tired?
Yeah. Thought he was just going to say no.
Well, we've got the whole crew in here now. Yeah.
Are you going to hold him?
Well, yeah. Thumps! Say hello. He's tired. Say hi. Here's the IVF baby. Oh, not such a baby anymore. Not such a baby anymore. Wow, he's getting heavy. From that angle, that was really hard to hold him as well. And he screams very loud.
Somebody reckons that I wasn't dealing with a toddler running around downstairs.
Oh, what? So, also, Thumps is starting to bite. So, I've got a bruise on my arm. You probably can't see it because of that sunlight, which is probably a good thing that sunlight's there. But I've got a bruise on my arm. And I was like, I've got to let everybody know now, in case anyone thinks, I've been scrapping with someone. Thumps bit me. Yeah, Thumps bites. But I think it's because he sees my skin and thinks it's the boob. And he's still being breastfed, and he's very much addicted to it. It's a struggle to get him off. I'm telling you now, that is a mission. But when I'm holding him, he'll go to suck or bite this side because I think he thinks it's a boob. Not that my arm looks like a boob, but I think it's like a flesh thing. Casper's for a good set of teeth now. He's got a really good set of teeth, and they hurt. This baby bites. So he says, "Say my son's biting. I need to wean off breastfeeding now too." Have you got bruises then? So, Sophie, yours is 16 months. Mine is, well, Casper's now 17 months. And have you got bruises on your arm? I bruise like a peach as well. Like, I've got 2 bruises on my leg and I don't know how I've done it. Like, it doesn't hurt or nothing like that. But I was sat driving my car the other day in, like, my skirt, because obviously the sun's come out, I put my skirt on now. And I'm just like, why have I got 2 bruises on my leg? I don't know how I've done it. I must have knocked into something at some point and I have got no idea how I've done it. Craig says, but he doesn't bite Tim. No, but he slaps Tim. He slaps as well. He bites and slaps. I think the problem is that he's at that age, isn't he, where he's just learning to communicate, and it works. Like, it's got our attention if he does that, and he's like, well, that works. I'll do it again, but he's got our attention anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. But we always say naughty. That's naughty, Thumps. But I don't think he understands naughty, to be honest with you. So I've got to sort of do it in a tone where he knows, but not in a scary tone. So I've got to be like, that's naughty. So that's how I say it anyway. Mum of the week. Yeah. So anyway, poor parents, I know. It's lush though. He can bite me as much as he wants. I don't care. He can bruise me as much as he wants. I don't care. I'm just going to try and train him as well as I can. But in the meantime, it's not a problem. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to be bit. Fiona says, sorry, I was out in the garden, Gabby. Well, you're here now, Fiona. That's the main thing. So anyway, going back to the story. You like a good story, don't you? So anyway, going back, Holly wants to sell her prom dress, get it dry cleaned and sell it before the prom season starts on Vinted. Vinted? Yeah, Vinted. She's got a Vinted account, so she sells like clothes on there and stuff like that because she's like saving money for her driving lessons. So that's what she's doing. So she's working at the camp, she's working at the racecourse waitressing, and then she's selling on Vinted as well. So she's working very, very hard. And the prom dress. Long story short, she says, "Can we pull up at the dry cleaners and get a quote?" So we pull up at a dry cleaners, Mum goes in, takes forever about it, don't know what she's doing in this dry cleaners. And as she's coming out, Holly's like, what is she doing? She's getting in the wrong car. So she goes to open somebody else's car, and obviously, in my mum's mind, this is what my mum says to me. I looked in the car and I thought, they've all gone off to town and left me. Why are they all out of the car? Why are they not in the car? Well, we wouldn't pull up and then all get out and decide to walk into town, would we? But Mum's thinking, where have they all gone? And then she realises she's got the wrong car. But the worst bit is, it wasn't even anywhere near the same type of car. Yes, it was black, and my car is a black car, but that was a Golf, and mine is an Audi. And she said, well, it looked nice. And I was like, well, that's the main thing. So my mum does crazy things like that all the time. And that's just her way. And she would be one of these people as well that if if she's driving on the road and I'm driving on the road and I just happen to see her or pass her, I'll be like, oh, there's my mum. And I'll wave and my mum's like, ah. And she'll just be driving and she won't even acknowledge that she's seen me. She just tunnel visioned and doesn't see me at all. And I'm just like, she never spots me. She never ever does. I don't think I've ever passed my mum on the road where she's waved. Never. That's my mum for you. But she is a classic. I love her and I love my time with her. She's a great mum. So that was the recent vlog, just so you know, a bit of comedy in there for you. So if you haven't watched it or you stopped watching it at the makeup bit because you got bored because you're a bloke and you don't like makeup, do go back to it and have a little look. James, if you're watching this live and you haven't subscribed, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Thank you so much. James, thank you so much for the plug. Loving it. Gabby, I have a question for you. I asked you yesterday, but I'm not sure you saw my question. Go on then, Jew. What's the question? I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Ebony says your mum was so funny. She is. She's a classic. I'm waiting for the question, Jew. Go for it. You're going to have to type quick, I reckon. Otherwise, I'm going to be like that for ages. Diane said it was a great vlog. It was a great vlog. It was a good one. And the next vlog that I'm going to do, just so you know, it's where we're going today. So I'm going to be doing that one as well. But just quickly touching upon this whole channel membership thing as well. Just so you know, I do offer... I'll be coming back to that, Jew. I'll shout out in a minute. Obviously, we offer channel memberships, and just so you know, it is a great way to support the channel. I know that a lot of you are. It's amazing. I look down at the chat and I can see all these stars next to your names, and it's really showing the love, and I love that. It's great to have your support. I've got like a nice team of you behind me supporting me all the way, and I absolutely love that. So basically, for the price of a cup of coffee, you basically get customized emojis, priority responses. I'm saying it really quick now. I'm doing really well. And you get a star next to your name, like a little badge. And for every month you're a member, your badge changes colour. So basically, you go up a tier. And I also offer the Super Louder membership, which offers you behind-the-scenes footages as well, where I upload like sporadic videos of what's going on in my life. And you get all of what I said above as well. So that is an option, and you can do that. Underneath the video, it should say join, and you can do that. But if you are just subscribed, that is fantastic as well. Like I say, I love all your support. You all mean the world to me anyway. Also, I'm selling merch, as you know. So I've got my coffee cup ready. I'm going to be ordering, get this, the bag. So I have got a bag on my merch shop, like a little over the shoulder bag. I'm going to order that today. I'm so excited, and I really can't wait to see what it's like, and I'll show you what it's like on the next coffee morning as well. I've had an amazing week as well with gigs, so I've been really, really busy, and I have been to Carlton Mares, which is in Saxmundham, and I've been in Norwich as well singing. Next week I am in Kings Lynn at the Globe Bowls Club, and I'm also at a pub called Marilyn's, which is in Lowestoft. So if you're in the area, come on down and watch. Everybody is welcome. I don't think you have to be a member for the one in Kings Lynn. I think anybody can go, which is great. So, you know, if you're in the area, do pop in, come and say hi and enjoy the show. It's free entertainment, actually. Jew says, would I ever consider going to South Yorkshire? Oh no, hang on. I would, yeah, not a problem. But obviously South Yorkshire, there's loads of different places in South Yorkshire. Have you got a place in mind, Jew, that you're thinking of? Jules B, technical question. When my gifted membership runs out on yours and Tim's channel, I'm no longer getting the option to buy my own. It's vanished. How do I solve this? I think, from what I know, when it's due to expire, you'll get a notification come up saying you've got the option to keep it on and renew it. But I think it comes quite close to the time from when it's going to run out. So I think that's how you do it. Failing that, if it does run out, then you will be able to opt back in and join. But the only problem with that is your little colour sticker thing, not sticker, your little badge, will probably appear to be the same colour as it was the previous month. Whereas if you've been a member for 2 months, it should go up a colour. So Yeah, I don't know. I'd look out for that notification. I'm sure. Tim, do you know how that works? If Tim is watching, he will know. Is this buffering? I think this is buffering. Are we buffering? Are we still working? Tim? Because it's frozen on my laptop. Maybe it's just my laptop then. So it's working. Great. Hi, Rachel from Skegness. Oh, North Yorkshire, Filey, and also York. Yes, right. So I said to my dad the other day that I want to go, well, I wanted Tim to come to Filey with me, but Tim is just so busy. I don't think he's going to be able to. But so the only way I can go to Filey is if I go without Tim and go with a family member. So I spoke to mum and dad, obviously separately, and my mum I think is up for coming to Filey, so I may go to Filey with my mum, to be honest with you, and vlog it. So, and then we may like get a York trip in there somewhere, but it may have to be when Tim is in, where's he going, Zante, because we just, that Tim's agenda for the whole year is booked out. All we've done is literally section off a week in June, which is coming up, for this holiday that we haven't booked yet, that we need to book. So that's our week together. And then we've got another one that I've booked off in September for a week together. And that is it until around about, what, end of November time now. So I've got gigs, he's got stuff booked in. It's a sad situation. Get the violins out. It's so, so sad. Right, just quickly as well. I'm going to read out some tips that my dad sent me. Right, are you ready for this? My dad, do you like my book? I'm not messy, I'm creative. Yeah, I tell Tim that every single day. Robin says, I don't get the message from channels, but I've been gifted memberships too, but I've seen the icon change when reoccurring memberships. Don't know why the option to renew isn't there. I really don't know. I really think, do you know what I'll do? Look out for the community tab. I will speak to Tim, I'll investigate it, and I'll put in the community tab what the situation is with it, because I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Weird one, innit? So, anyway, going back to my loving father, who every single day I get messages from him, and he always knows best. He's my dad. Of course he always knows best. He's amazing. But sometimes he doesn't have to go on. And that is the problem, right? But he has some very useful information. And today, which is one of many messages, like I said, I get at least one a day of him telling me, this is going on in the news, this is going on in the news, you need to be doing that. What you need to be doing now is make sure that you watch Panorama, make sure you do this, because I tell you what, it tells you what's in the McDonald's, in the burger, you're eating junk food, you are. And what you need to be doing is you need to be having your 5-day. And so that's my dad for you. Always advising. But when I advise him on something, it's, Gabby, shut up. So there you go. So the best thing to do with my father is listen and zip it, which is really hard for me. I'm not joking. This is the only way I can tell him, actually, because he can't say anything back. So yeah. So anyway, today I woke up. Sorry, I needed to swig my coffee there. So today I woke up to a message from my dad. Standard morning message. And it is a post. And the post is things that can actually save your life. And I'm like, oh, come on then, let's hear him. So anyway, I thought I'm going to share him with you guys today. There's always something he sends. So these are your tips of the week. Things that can actually save your life. So listen really, really carefully, because I just think not only do you need to know what my dad is sending me on a permanent basis and things like this, but also I just think that actually this is useful information as well. I'm going to tell my dad that, but it is useful. That's why I thought I'd read it out. Okay. Are you ready? Things that can save your life. 1, if you're walking home at night, don't look behind, if you're walking home at night, look behind you regularly and don't, in capitals, wear headphones. So that's number 1. Obviously, there's a few of them. So if you're walking home at night, keep looking behind you and don't wear headphones. Headphones are terrible because when you need to be aware of yourself, you need to look and listen. Okay, listening is important. I need to learn how to listen, to be fair, instead of talk. Right, next one. If you're in a situation where you could be shot, right, because you never know, you need to run in a zigzag pattern. So, yeah, if you're ever in that sort of situation, if you're running away, you have to run in a zigzag pattern. So it's good advice. Next one. If someone is in your house, like a burglary or something like that, don't hide under the bed. I guess that's because it's probably the most likeliest place anyone would go. So don't hide under the bed. Find somewhere else. In my house, that's going to be pretty tough. I'll probably be trying to squeeze in my wardrobe or the airing cupboard. I have to move quite a few clothing and towels and stuff. But yeah. Next one. If someone in their car flashes their lights 3 times, it means you or they could be in danger. So basically, if someone's flashing their lights, they're trying to let you know something. So be aware of that 3-light signal. It actually means something, which is kind of handy because I didn't know that. So they're basically warning you of something that's up ahead that you need to be aware of, or they're trying to let you know they've got a situation. I suppose that's why we put our hazard lights on in a situation, isn't it? Because it's flashing, and the flashing situation does signify I've got an issue. Anyway, only 2 more if you're getting bored. Next one. If your hair stands up, so I suppose I mean like hairs on your skin, run from where you are as fast as you can. So I suppose that's like an intuition feeling. So if suddenly you feel like a bit goosebumpy and your hair's stand on end, that is your sixth sense or your awareness around you telling you something isn't right. So you need to run away from that situation as fast as you can. And then the last one, and I thought this was very, very important, deodorant spray works like pepper spray. So obviously we don't always carry around pepper spray, do we? But it's always good to have that in an emergency. Basically, just so you know, these are emergency situations, okay? So it's not like, obviously that's the end of it. I just thought I'd share them with you because I think if there's anything in those tips that you were not aware of and you are aware of, you never know. It could help you in a future situation, and it's always good to have that knowledge behind you because it's so important that we look after ourselves, and especially in this day and age, you know. It's not like times now are not like how they used to be. Like when I was a little girl, no word of a lie, I used to go out and play, I swear, from the age of 8 or younger, and I used to play on the street, play on my bike. I'd got all my friends similar age, and we used to just go off and we had a great time. We loved it, and there was no fear. I mean, maybe things did go on, I don't know, but not like how there wasn't this worry. And I know for a fact that when my mum and dad were younger, they'd play out all day long and they never looked at phones or things like that, and they used to climb trees and have great times. And in this day and age, it's not possible. And now whether it's because we're more aware or not, I don't know, but there is no way under the sun at the age of 8 I let Holly go out and play on her own. No way. Mainly because of traffic, people you don't know who's out there or whatever. And I also worry about other mean kids, to be honest with you, because a lot of other kids maybe haven't had that sort of guidance, and you know, you get a lot of people kids that can be quite boisterous and a bit mean. So I always worry about Holly's safety. Even now to this very day I worry about her safety. Another reason why it's good to have these tips. So I would just like to say that even though my dad sometimes sends me a lot of information that I think, oh my god, he does always speak a lot of truth, and he does always have a lot of sense. So it pains me to say it, but my dad's very wise. And you know what? He can get the countdown conundrum within seconds. And I've always said, you're amazing, Dad. You need to go on 15-1. But he would never do that because he's too modest. He wouldn't do it. You know, just sits there with his brain. But he's a smart guy. He didn't write those. He didn't write those, though. He got it from somewhere, just so you know. But yeah, they all help. John Lucas, my dad was a brilliant man. And now he's no longer here. He died of prostate cancer. And my mum died with heart failure and kidney failure. And my sister died with 2 brain tumours. I miss them. Oh, John. Oh, my gosh. Thinking of you. Sending you lots of love. You know, it's one of those things in life that is really, really harsh, isn't it? But we're all thinking of you and we're sending you lots of love. Diane, my mum used to have front doors open and all neighbours know each other and kids used to play out. Now it has changed. So sad for kids today. Diane, I know, right? My mum used to say the same. She used to say that like the whole family lived on one street when she was younger and they all used to walk in each other's houses. But nowadays with your family members and that, you need to make appointments and you just don't know who'd walk in off the street and stuff. But you have to be safe to leave your doors open. It is crazy how times have changed, and it's not that big of a long period, is it? Things have just changed like really dramatically over the last few decades. My hair stands on end a lot. I live in an 18th century flat and it's haunted. Oh, Wendy, oh my God. But isn't that not true, that vibe? You know that saying, like, someone's just walked over my grave? Well, that is a legit saying, isn't it? Like, there's reasons being for that. Ju says, it used to be embarrassing when she used to shout me in for dinner. Do you know what? There used to be this, a couple of girls, right? They were actually called Carly and Ellie, right? And they used to play out with us when we were kids. We never got called in for tea. We could just come in for tea, I think, whenever we wanted. It was just sort of there. And their mum used to religiously call them in, like, at their tea time, bang on. And she used to go, Carly, Ellie, lunch. And I remember it and I used to go, oh, that's it. They've gone in now. We've got no one to play with. I remember it so well. Honestly, it's so, so funny. Anyway, on this note, as you know, we've got to hit the road because we are travelling today. We've got a long journey, but it's long enough for me. So we are hitting the road and we're hoping that Thumps is going to get his nap in on the road. So I am going to leave you all here. But just remember that I will be going live next Monday, same time, 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You guys have all been incredible, as always. I've loved having you. I love sitting here and chatting to you. I could talk to you for hours, but it just so happens that Tim's like, oh, come on, Gabby, we've got to hit on the road. But, you know, and not only that, I'm sure you've got important things to do today. But thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed already, do hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, come and join me as well on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram, and you can also follow me on my singing page on Facebook, Gabby Starbuck, vocalist, entertainer. So come along and follow me on there as well, you know, and then we can all sort of keep in touch. That would be great. And the next vlog will be coming up very soon as well. And don't forget, you can join channel members. The option is there if you want to. It's optional thing, you know. It's not like you have to do it, because you don't. It's only if you would like to do it for your pleasure and to support the channel. It's optional. And also, I am providing merch now. As we know, we've got coffee cups, we've got coasters, and we've got bags, and we've got long sleeved t-shirts, and we've got short sleeve t-shirts. So woohoo, we've got a Gabby Starbuck range going on. Love it. So on that note, guys, I will see you all next week if I don't somehow see you before. So take care. Have a great day. And if you do something today, make it a positive one. See you later. Take care, everyone.